Rack Low, and we live on 57th and 5th Avenue. About to give y'all the ill story about the low-life Big Crown Rush. The red Crizzy crew neck and the cream turtleneck. This is a classic day, you know what I mean? Went down to low-life history. So I remember, this had to be like 1993 to 1994. Like right within that time period, I had just came home from Rikers Island, the 4 building, from doing like, you know what I mean, a small skid bit on the island. And when I came home, I was still thirsty for that low. So, you know, one morning, it was like a Saturday. I met up with Shills the Rails up in Brownsville. We both linked up and we decided to, you know what I mean, call up Little Ryan from FAP, Franklin Avenue Posse. And our whole mission for the day was to pretty much be on a hunt for the classic low. We wasn't even worrying about hitting those side stores. We just wanted the classic low. So the mission started out on 34th Street, at Macy's 34th Street. So, you know what I mean, me, Shills, and Ryan, we made our way to 34th Street on the 3 train, coming from Crown Heights, Brooklyn. So as we get to Macy's, you know, at Macy's, there's like a lot of red coats, you know what I mean? In other words, security guards that used to always like try to prevent us from getting inside the store. So all 3 of us, we managed to get in the store, and as we got in, Macy's had 2 low sections. They had like the Polo sports section, and then they had the original low section where they pretty much carry like all of like the vintage and all of the ill low pieces that they tried to like hide from the boosters and the shoplifters. You know what I mean? It was like really under heavy security. So as we got up in the store, I made my way in first. I was the first one to get in the store, and luckily I made it past the red coat, and he didn't even like call up security or anything like to try to watch me or anything. So as I made it in the store, you know what I mean, I came down the first set of stairs that led right into the low section, the Polo sports section. Now before I get to the Polo sports section, there's like a whole big perfume and cologne section. It was real crowded, a lot of shoppers. It was really busy this day. So I crept inside the Polo sports section, and I seen like the P-Wings. Like this was like during the like, you know what I mean, the P-Wing era. So I set my eyes on like this red and blue Freddy Krueger P-Wing knitted sweater. You know what I mean? It had the P-Wing right on the left side of the chest. So I made my way to this section. Nobody was watching me. I just grabbed one, just threw it up the biddy real quick, boom. So now I got one sweater up my back. I'm hyped, I'm amped up. Just came home from the island, and I'm like, yeah, about to get some more classic pieces for my collection. Because remember, Shills and them, they was already out here in the street, so they wardrobes was building and building. So I had to come home and pretty much get my hands on all that new fly low stuff, fly low gear, so I could flam, you know what I mean, and be on the same level as my, you know what I mean, as my boys. So, boom, I got this low sweat up my back. Now I'm still in the section walking around. It's still sweet. Nobody's watching. You know what I mean? Security ain't paying me no attention. The salesperson, she's being occupied by other shoppers and buyers. So I'm pretty much in the section alone. So as I'm there, I was like, yo, it's sweet like this. I might as well just catch some more wreck. So I just, you know what I mean? I just grabbed like 3 short sleeve P-Wing, you know what I mean, polos, and just also threw those up the back, boom. So now I got the sweater, the Freddy Krueger P-Wing sweater, and I got like 3 P-Wing polo short sleeve shirts. Now, I'm eager, I'm anxious to leave the section, you know what I'm saying? By this time, I see Shills and Ryan appear. Now, by the time they get into the section, the lady want to start watching and looking and paying attention. So, Shills, you know what I mean, Shills with the skills that he got, he was still able to like catch some pieces too out of Macy's. Because he wasn't coming out there empty-handed, you know what I mean? That was the key. If we ever entered a low section, we never wanted to come out empty-handed. So we made it our business to always come off and G off, no matter the case. That was always the purpose. So now we got the low, now it's time to make the exit, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? All 3 of us, we just started walking towards the exit. and it was a smooth getaway. When we got to the door, the red coat didn't flinch. He didn't act like he wanted to grab anybody. He pretty much, he didn't even know we had anything. We did it so smooth, you know what I'm saying, with the up the biddy technique, and we just all came out of Macy's with the low, you know what I mean, me and Shills. I don't think Ryan caught anything from Macy's that particular day, you know what I'm saying? But the mission wasn't over. So when we got outside, you know, when you get outside, you never want to pull out your items immediately because, you know, D's or security can be watching you, you know what I mean, just to try to bag you up when you get on the outside. So as we get like a block away, I just started pulling out pieces. And Shields was like, yo, what the fit up, son? You know what I mean? So I'm amped up, so I'm mad excited because now I got new pieces for my wardrobe and it's about to go down and the mission wasn't over. So I pulled out my pieces, I showed them what I had, heads is all amped up like, yeah, son, we going to the next spot. Now the next spot, we didn't even know what they had. We just was on a mission throughout Manhattan, whether it was Lord & Taylor, Macy's, Saks Fifth, Bergdorf Goodman, and so happened we hit the legendary Bergdorf Goodman, as you can see in the background. You know what I'm saying? This is like a high-end store on Fifth Avenue that sold Ralph, but it sold the real exclusive Ralph Lauren. You know what I mean? They didn't have like horsies and all that. Everything was like at a high end, a high level. So as we got to 57th and Fifth Ave, we was like, yo, let's take a look, you know what I mean, in Bergdorf Goodman to see what they got. So as a professional lowlights, professional G's that we are, we decided to enter Bergdorf Goodman. All three of us at the same time. Wasn't worrying about security, wasn't worrying about no D's. We was hungry for that low. So we enter Bergdorf Goodman. As we enter the store, the escalator was right there, waiting for us to get on it to take us up to the women's low section. Now, yo, this is ill because as we enter the store, it was mad quiet. You know what I mean? Even though it had, you know what I mean, store cameras and all that, 8 balls and all that, it didn't matter. You know what I mean? Heads was on a hunt. So we get on the escalator, take it up to the ladies' low section, and right when we get into the low section, we just see the big Crizzies, the big Crest. They had 2 versions though. They had the red crew neck knitted sweater and they had the cream turtleneck sweater. Now mind you, we haven't seen any lowlifes with this sweater, you know what I mean, at all. So like, if we was able to score these sweaters, we would have pretty much been the first ones with the sweaters in our crew. So now we in the women's low section. Me and Ryan, we see the big crown sweaters. We immediately, no hesitation, we just attacked. We attacked the treasure chest because like they had the sweaters like in a treasure chest. You know what I mean? Like a wooden case. You know what I mean? But as we got in the section, of course, there was like other buyers, people trying to buy, asking the salesperson, the sales lady questions and all that. So boom, me and Ryan just went right to the sweaters. As we get to the sweaters, it was so sweet. Ryan just yelled out, yo, Rat, fit up that, son. This is a rush. We rushing this shit. I was like, yo, Ryan, chill. We can't rush this, son. There's only 3 of us. And plus we like 3 or 4 flights, you know what I mean, up. And we had to take the escalators back down. So I was like, son, chill. We can't rush it. So we had to use our boosting skills and boosting techniques in order to get these sweaters to get out smoothly. Now, mind you, as me and Ryan, as we're occupying the low sweaters, I look to my left, I see Shills. He's over there by the silk scarves. It was like a glass case with like yacht silk scarves in it. I mean, these scarves is crazy, son. Real colorful. And yo, Shills was over there like getting busy. So Shills pretty much, he was like putting his hand in a case and pulling out scarves and like stashing them like up his sleeve. You know what I mean? Because the scarves are so thin, they was easy to like, you know what I mean, hide, so people wouldn't know you had anything, the salesperson. So Shills getting busy, me and Ryan by the sweaters. We in the section for probably like a minute, And you know what I mean? Unfortunately, the section became hot. You know what I mean? The lady started calling security because she knew we was there to get busy, right? Boom. So as me and Ryan are by the sweaters, we couldn't really snatch up any sweaters because the lady started watching us. You know what I mean? She had our eyes on us and she was like real thirsty. She wanted to make sure we didn't take none of them sweaters. So Shields is over there getting busy with the silk scarves. I see him, I'm like, damn, Shields coming north, son. He's G'ing north. So boom, we decide it was time to leave the section because, you know what I mean, it was getting hot. The diesel's on the way. The salesperson is watching us. So as we're leaving the section, they had like 2 sweaters that was like on display right near the door. So as we're walking towards the door, I just snatched the cream turtleneck, big crest, and I just threw it up my back real quick. Boom! The lady didn't even see me, you know what I'm saying? So now I got the sweater, you know what I mean? I don't know what's about to happen. I know the diesel's on the way. I don't know if the lady seen me or whatever, but you know what I mean? It really didn't matter. So now we all exiting the section. Coming down, we didn't pop no Lizzies or nothing, you know what I'm saying? We're coming down the escalators, the alarms are ringing and all that, bong, 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 and we like, yo, I know the D's gonna come and try to grab us up, son. I know they on their way. So we get to like the 3rd floor, the alarms are going off. The 2nd floor, the alarms are going off, bong, 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 bong. And you know what I mean? We didn't see no D's, so we like, yo, keep it moving, son, keep it moving. So boom, we get to the 1st floor. This is the final floor before we're able to exit the store, you know what I mean? Totally. We get to the bottom of the escalator, another alarm ring off. Alarm system ring off. Bong, 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 no D's. We just made our way to the door, boom, got outside, right on 57th and 5th Avenue, son. We got outside, boom, we just made our way to the train station. When we got in the train station, I just see Shields, he's pulling out all these silks. I think he had at least 5. He caught at least 5 silk scarves. They was crazy though. So he started pulling out the silk scarves from his sleeves and all that. And me and Ryan is like, oh shit, son, you caught mad scarves. And Shields is mad amped up like, yeah, son. These scarves had to be at least, I would say like $200, $250, $300 each. These was the exclusive, colorful yacht scarves, you know what I'm saying? Nobody had them. So we in the train pulling it out, Shields pulling out his scarves and all that. We all amped up. All of a sudden, son, I just pull out the big Crest cream turtleneck sweater. Yo, niggas went bonkers, son. They was like, oh shit, son caught the sweater. He caught the sweater. So you know what I'm saying? We was all amped up. And after we hit Bergdorf Goodman, we decided to head back to the Garvey, head back to Brooklyn, New York, because we felt like we was paid for that particular day. You know what I'm saying? There was no need to hit any other stores up. And like I said earlier, we wasn't even interested in getting no money for our pockets or anything. We was just on a hunt, in a journey, in a mission to get the low. Now, we on the train, we all amped up, all happy and everything. So, remember, first we hit Macy's. I got the Freddy Krueger P-Wing knitted sweater. I got like 3 P-Wing Polo, short sleeve Polo shirts. And now I got the cream turtleneck big Crest. So boom, we make it back to the Garvey, son. As we get to the Garvey, we see like Ski Black, we see Dennis, we see Steve Austin. I think Beck La was there and Reese Lowe. It was like 5 lowlifes that was just chilling in the Garvey that day. You know what I mean? But as we came to the Garvey, I came to the Garvey with my cream sweater on, son. I was so amped up. I wanted to show heads that, yo, it went down that day, son. So as soon as we stepped in the Garvey and we met up with those other, you know what I mean, lowlifes that was there just chilling, heads was mesmerized, son. It was like, oh shit, son, you got the big Crest. They never seen it before, and pretty much I was the first lowlife that I seen with that sweater, you know what I'm saying? So all day, I was just walking around the Ville flamming, son, you know what I'm saying? Because I already knew I had some ill pieces for my collection, and yo, on that particular day, I felt it was a big come off, you know what I'm saying? But as we got into the Garvey and had seen my sweater and all our other pieces, everybody immediately said, yo, where did you get that sweater from, son? We told them the location, and on the spot, heads put together the plan for the next day to return to Bergdorf Goodman, son, to pretty much rush it. Heads wanted them sweaters. You know, like I said, it was the red knitted crew neck and it was the cream turtleneck. Heads wanted them desperately in their collections.